Oh no, I failed. I have a comeback. You guys remember this Trailblazer? We found that leaking brand new evap vent solenoid. The guy said the check engine light came on and he would like me to see what's going on here. Now, if you recall, when I did the repair on this one, the guy had the light turned off right before coming over here, which prevented me from knowing what the trouble codes were. Scanner. But we have a check engine light this time, so we're gonna figure out what's going on with this thing. Okay, I've got this in history. Yes, I do. 04 Trailblazer. Let's see what we've got. Continuing. Thinking about it. Codes menu. All powertrain codes. Why not? 455 evap system large leak detected. Okay, to the shop we go. Let's figure out what's going on here. Reverse, door shut. Okay, powering down. Okay. Looks familiar. Going on up for a quick visual inspection before I bust out the smoke machine again. Almost there. Safety first on the locks. Okay, looks good to my eye. Everything's attached. Okay, I really don't see anything visual here that I can go off of, so we're gonna let this down and bust out the smoke machine. Okay, let's try this again. Deja vu. Reverse click. And reverse thread. Oh, don't drop it. Shh. Come out, Schrader valve. Oh, come on. It's my first day. Here she comes. You got it. Okay, powering on. Airflow. Smoke flow. Let's plug that back in. And let's look for the leak. Going back up again. Frustration is mounting. I don't see any smoke here. Rather than closing this valve, I just unplugged it and capped it off just to seal the system. But I don't see anything leaking. This is a little perplexing to me. Okay, time to escalate. Okay, next I'm just gonna attach this thing to individual components. Yeah, you can do that. Tighten that up. Okay, let's go back down below again. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is connect that machine straight to the line that goes into the tank, just to pressurize the tank and see if perhaps we have a leak going on right there. Here, let's put this thing right here. There we go. Powering on again. Need more flow again. Smoke. Okay, let's get that off and we'll plumb the smoke and do it from both directions. Do-do-do-do-do. The jump box is doing the doody-doos. Okay, there's nothing. I don't see anything around the top of the tank. That's good. Nothing around the front. Also good. Weird. Okay, well, I'm about out of options at this point. I have connected this machine to all of these hoses, isolated the tank, isolated the canister valve over there, or the charcoal canister. I've isolated all the lines and the purge valve up in the front, and I cannot find a leak in this system. So I'm wondering if it has like a clogged vent or something in the top of the tank. I know that doesn't seem to make sense considering that the code said it had a leak, but if it's got a like a vent valve or there's a no flow situation, the ECM can determine that that is a leak, just because that's a kind of a generic test that it fails. But yeah, I really don't have anything to go off over here. Everything is doing what it's supposed to be doing, and it looks good. So I'm kind of stumped. I'm gonna have to invade this thing a little bit deeper to see what's going on. But just preliminarily doing a smoke machine test is not going to give me the results that we're looking for here. I'm wondering if the purge valve up front by the engine is not being commanded on or off by the ECM. That's if it was commanded on full time, for example, it would always be purging, and that can in fact trigger a leak code. But as for the hard parts, for the physical components of the system, there is no failure. So I think I'll just put this stuff away for right now, and I will go talk to the customer and see what we want to do here. The guy's waiting here, so I don't know if he wants to wait around until tomorrow for me to fix this car. Look at that, one-handed. And I know head mount, I got one, but I'm not putting it on just for this little job. There we go. Let's put that over here so I don't smash it. Let's put my power supply over here so I don't smash it. And Trailblazer coming down. Okay, we're going back up to the front to the purge valve, which is this guy right here. And I want to see if this thing is being commanded on or off. And I'll do that with a multimeter. Come out of there. We'll check this with engine running. Oh no! Tried to eat my flashlight. Stay right there. Okay, let's zoom back in. Okay, we'll stash the meter right here on, and I'm just gonna pin the hot and the ground on that connector. We're gonna see if we get voltage commanded by the ECM. It's kind of a tough reach. It should be pulsing on and off. We're gonna find out. Yeah, there's voltage. So that's just steady voltage. I'm looking for pulsing voltage. I'm gonna plug this back in. Okay, I feel the purge valve clicking. It is pulsing. Perhaps the ECM doesn't pulse it until it has a load on it. Okay, I am getting kind of stumped here. Okay, I'm reaching down again just to feel this purge valve, and I do feel the thump, 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 a thumping noise or a thumping vibration, and that is the on and off pulse that the ECM is giving this purge valve. That's a normal mode of operation. It's supposed to be doing that. Now, from here all the way back to the fuel filler, I have checked this thing for leaks and found absolutely none with that smoke machine. I've also checked the vacuum hose that runs down to the purge valve that gives the purge valve its vacuum source. And again, there's no leaks there. So physically, I have not found any single leaks at all with this car. And you know what? I think I can even help you understand the pulsing effect from that purge valve. If I take this back out, you can hear it. Okay. Yeah, it's pulsing like it's supposed to be. Okay, I'm a little curious and very stumped at this situation. I think what I'm gonna do next is take a look at the scan tool data and see if there's a snapshot of what was going on when this light turned on. maybe that can help me kind of recreate the operating conditions that caused this this code to set. Okay, I backed out of that menu. We're going to go in here to freeze frame failure records. And what this feature does is it will store all of the data PIDs that were current when that DTC was triggered. Okay, data's pulled up. Let's see here. We were operating the engine at 2,060 RPMs, 31% load, 13% throttle position. None of this is standing out to me. Fuel trims were, that's not good. Negative 15 on the fuel trim. A little weird. Let's see how long ago. Let's see. Yeah, it's been 46 miles since the light turned on. Yeah, all this stuff's mostly looking okay. All right, so here's where I'm at. After having proved out that the system was functioning twice in a row, I cannot find any mechanical faults with it. We've also determined that the purge valve up front is functioning as designed. We've determined that the ECM is powering the purge valve as designed. In the last video, when I found that vent valve that was stuck open, we proved out that the ECM was commanding that valve on and off, that it did not have a leak, and that when commanded on and venting, it was flowing like it was supposed to. I just smoke checked the fuel tank, the fuel lines, or the evap vapor lines, I should say, and the carbon canister above the spare tire. So all of the physical components of this car and all the electrical components of this car regarding this system are operating as they're supposed to be. The only thing left here that could cause this large leak of this P0455 large leak evap system code is going to be a failure to meet criteria after it does a vacuum check. At this point, the only thing that could be causing this situation is a loose gas cap. Now, when I found it, I checked it again, and it wasn't loose, it wasn't flattened out or anything, and it held pressure when I applied the smoke to the fuel tank with the cap on. So I'm kind of gonna have to make an $8 guess and order a fuel cap for this thing and put a fuel cap on. There's just using the process of elimination, there's really nothing else here that I can do or test to determine what the problem is with this car. Like I said, based on process of elimination, that we have a fuel cap issue, or we have a fuel cap installation issue. Because if it's put on and not turned on for the the torque click that they get, it could create a leak under vacuum. But that's kind of a slippery slope, because I might have to go, hey, Mr. Customer Man, you need to put your fuel cap on. And those conversations do not go very well when it comes to customers. So I'm kind of in a rock and a hard place. I think what I'm going to do is just have one ordered and then throw it on there and send it back with the guy and have him report back if the problem shows up again or not. Okay, so here's the dealio. I went ahead and ordered a replacement fuel cap for this car, and I've got the old one right here. Now the fellow that owns this car, he said he went down to the local Chevrolet dealership and he purchased this fuel cap right here. And so ordinarily anybody would assume that this is a known good part. However, when comparing this fuel cap to the new one, I've noticed a difference in the gasket types. This older fuel cap here has this flat, almost concave gasket, and this new one has an O-ring style convex gasket. Now, we looked this one up aftermarket from the parts store by the VIN, and this is the part number they came up with. So I'm going to install this fuel cap on the car, give it back to the guy, clear the code, let him drive it, and we're going to determine if this was the cause all along. Last time it was here, I went ahead and smoke checked it, found that when commanded closed, the vent valve in the back by the fuel tank was not closing and it was remaining venting, or in the vented position. We ordered another one and they warrantied it. I slapped that new one in there and cleared the code, sent him on his way. Like I said earlier in the beginning of this video, the code is back, and I cannot seem to find any kind of problem with the evap system in this car. So I had to kind of start over, use process of elimination, and that prompted me to go back to basics and restart the whole procedure, and suspect a fuel cap issue was present. So it's kind of, I don't know, this car is kind of a running experiment. Like I said, we're going to give this back to him with a new cap, and we're going to see if this evap system passes its test after I clear the codes and everything out. I'm going to go out back and toss this new fuel cap back onto the car, and we'll get this thing shipped and get the customer back on his way. Okay, let's see what we got here. Engine, blah, 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 codes menu, clear codes, let's go. Yep. Okay, and the light's off, we're good. All right, everybody, I'm gonna go ahead and close this one out. We're gonna back this thing out and give it back to our consumer. This car is kind of a running experiment. Of course, if this thing shows up with a check engine light on in a day or so, I'll be certain to make a third video of this series. But I really don't know. I'm kind of suspecting, just based on the differences in this cap versus the one I just put on, that this right here is not the right part for this specific car, and this was the problem all along. And again, time will tell. All that being said, as always, I'd like to thank you guys for watching this video. I certainly do appreciate it. If you like this video, please let me know about it by tapping that thumbs up button. If you didn't like this video, please feel free to test your theory in the comment section down below. Again, and as always, thanks for watching. And don't forget, have yourselves a great day. See you guys next time. All right, backing out the auto. I better fix that too. All right. 2 honks for safety. And I'll just park this right over here for super awesome VIP parking. Final powering down. See you later, Trailblazer. See you later.